I always wanted to do this for Starfield. Highly anticipated game this year. And I wanted to do this proper, this narrative. I wanted to do it in a Solid Snake voice. So, without any further ado, let's see if the Solid Snake is still here with me. The story so far. Colonel, can you hear me? Alright, the story so far. Alright. Take two. 2050. Humans first arrive on Mars. By 2100, humans are living in space. 2156. Humans arrive in Alpha Centauri, 4.37 light years away from Earth. 2159. The United Colonies are established. 2160. New Atlantis is founded and becomes the official capital city of the United Colonies in 2161. 2167. Cheyenne is settled by Solomon Coe, who found its first settlement, Aquila City. 2188. Coe invited Volai to join Cheyenne in a new alliance, the Freestar Collective. The Freestar Collective is officially formed in 2189. 2194. The United Colonies positioned the star station called the Clinic in the orbit around Dipala in the Naren system. The attempt to expand their borders and demand the UC remove the Clinic. When the UC refuses, the people of Narian vote to join the Freestar Collective, who mobilized to protect the system in 2194. 2196. In response to Freestar mobilization, the UC moves a fleet into the nation system and Freestar responds in kind. The Narian War begins. 2216. The Narian War drags on as the public sentiment occurs. Or a source. Excuse me. Finally, the Treaty of Nation is signed by the UC and the Freestar Collective in 2216, ending the conflict. The term is settled. Systems is formalized in the treaty. Colonel, did you hear that? They signed the treaty? 20, 20, 21, 221. Oh, that's a mouthful. 2221, Year of our Lord. The Freestar Rangers are founded as an elite protective and investigative force dedicated to serving all citizens of the Freestar Collective. 2275. The constellation is formed by Sebastian Banks. Originally a member, included Chloe Bao, accomplished physicist Aja Mamasa, the youngest member, and Sebastian protege Darius Andrus, botanist, not the Matt Damon one, but a different botanist, and a specialist in xenoflora, Bernardante Laurent, wealthy Harris, an adventurer, Evada Gill, a former smuggler, and Kadri Toma, biologist and physician. The only thing that's missing is Naomi, hunter. The lodge is built in a new Atlantis to serve the needs of the people's constellation for generations to come. 2305. Barrett joins the constellation. 2307. the Freestar Collective begins farming on the planet of Vesta in the lunar system. By 2308, the United Colonies claims that by establishing a colony in a fourth-star system, the Freestar Collective has violated the Treaty of Nation. Diplomatic talks break down, and the UC lays the siege on Vesta, killing anyone who stayed behind or was brought in to defend it. The colony war officially begins. 2310. Constellation comes into possession of their first artifact and trucks it away in Constellation archives. 2311. After several years of conflict, the colony war effectively comes to an end with a Battle of Cheyenne as a flotilla of civilian and military Freestar Collective ships takes down the major ships of the U.S. Navy. UC Navy, Colonel. UC Navy, using hit-and-run tactics. 2315. The UC Vanguard is founded as a part of the UC response to the Freestar Collective as a use of civilian ships during the colony war. The Vanguard is UC's own civilian navy, relying on the civilians using their own ships, who pledge to protect the United Colonies. That's what the UC stands for. In its interests, the ultimate reward, this service, citizenship in the United Colonies. That's a good way to get a citizenship. In a pretty good chance you might die by doing so, fighting the war. 2319. Sarah Morgan becomes the youngest head of the UC Navigator Corps, though it's the short-lived position as the division is shut down in 2320. Cast adrift, but still eager to put her training to good use, Morgan joins the Constellation. 2321. Walter Stroud, co-owner of Stroud Eklund, one of the Settled Systems' premier starship manufacturers, joins the Constellations and becomes its primary financial backer. 2322. Former Crimson Fleet pirate Vladimir Sal joins the Constellation. I hope it's not a vamp. Sarah Morgan, 2325. Sarah Morgan becomes the acting chair of Constellation. 2325. Theologian Matteo Catacri joins Constellation. 2326. Barrett finds the original artifact in the Constellation archives and knows it must be special. 2326. After months of correspondence with Sarah Morgan, graduate students and gifted scientist Noel is invited to join Constellation. 2327. Freestar Ranger Sam Coe and his daughter Cora joined the Constellation. 2328. Andrea joins the Constellation. 2328. Barrett convinced Constellations to purchase Star Station L868 and modify it to become the Deep Space Scanner, nicknamed the Eye. 2330 AD. Starfield begins. And the whole thing stank. And that's where you guys come in. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. It's a bit rusty. There was so much to read. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to hear it in a snake voice. So I hope you guys liked it. And if you liked it, cool. If you didn't like it, well, it is what it is. Thank you for watching.